sometimes have a very important discussion amongst the black community. And I'm gonna be specific. I'm gonna talk about the African American community, okay? So there was a discussion being had on my YouTube channel, and actually I'm going to make a video about the post that prompted this discussion. So you'll be able to click up here and go watch the video that I am going to make about that, right? So the point that I'm going to be talking about in this video is the way in which someone disagreed with me, right? So first of all, nobody cares if you disagree with me. Like, of course, people are going to agree, people are going to disagree. That's not the, the thought here, right? But this person said, oh, like, I'm a free thinker. You went to the white man's school. You was educated by the white man, so and so and so. It's not my goal to work for white people, yada, yada, yada. And I said, hold up, you got me together real good, because I did go to the white man's school. I was educated by the white man, right? But then I said, okay, so what are you doing to change this? What exactly are you doing to make sure that other black people don't have to go to the white man's school and be educated by the white man, that other black people don't have to work for white people? Like, are you building a school, like by us, for us? Are you creating businesses so we can, be our own employers? Like, what are you doing? Because I really doubt you doing any of that. Something in my mind tells me that you basically just a high school dropout. You're collecting unemployment. You're not doing anything but on the internet talking about how you don't want to do those things because you're just using it as a scapegoat for the fact that you a bum. You're not really about nothing. But this is something that we really do need to talk about. I really don't think you're the first African American who's ever had that thought. Actually, I know you're not, because I've had that thought before myself. In fact, if I can remember the title of the video that I made about this exact topic, I will put it up here, right? But I was talking about how people often comment under my YouTube videos and they're like, oh, if your job sees this, you're going to get in trouble with massa. And it's like, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like, oh, I'm scared to speak out against racism because white people are my employers and, I have to shuck and jive to survive. Like, I don't like that. I really don't, right? So my question is this: what exactly are you doing to change it? Because something in me really doubts that you out here building a school or you know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever, right? Something in me really doubts that, because I get these comments on a regular enough basis. This is not the first comment I've got from somebody like, oh yeah, you were educated by the white man, right? But then the question becomes, okay, who educated you? Who educated you? Like, please let me know, because it always be coming from the high school dropouts, right? This is the honest to God truth. And I'm not sitting here trying to be classist or anything like that, because bitch, I'm broke. like, what are you saying, baby? I had to get FAFSA, I had to get financial aid, right? So my thing is this though. Very rarely does it come from a genuine place. Very rarely. It's usually the bum ass niggas who's trying to make themselves feel better about being bum ass niggas. You live in your mama's basement. You don't have a fucking job. You a SoundCloud rapper, and you're trying to feel better about that. So you paint it as, oh, I don't want to work for the white man. I don't want the white man's education. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not actually really about that shit. In fact, I think I may have made a YouTube video about this once upon a time, but I don't remember if I ever actually did. I know I had this thought, but I don't remember if I ever actually recorded the video, right? I was thinking about how, like, every community has, like, their own cultural center but us, right? So you'll see all types of cultural centers. Like actually in Corktown, Detroit, there's, like, a lot of Irish people. I swear there's, like, an Irish cultural center or something there, like the Gaelic something institute. I don't know, right? Then if you drive through Southfield, there's, like, a Korean American cultural center. If you drive through, I forget what city that is. There's like a Jewish something, whatever, right? Every city has like cultural centers for all these different backgrounds of people. But there's never a place where African Americans can go to learn about our history, our culture, engage in our stuff, right? There's never any like center that's run by us and gives AAVE and TUT lessons and, like we go over our history and all this stuff. There's nothing like that, right? So I always said, and again, maybe I didn't always say this, but I always think one day I want to create something like that. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I ain't got the money for it right now, but that's one of my goals in life, like I really want to create something like that. Anyway, my point is this. We can all sit here and talk about how, of course, none of us want to work for white people. Of course, none of us want to live around white people. Of course, none of us want to be educated by white people. But then the question becomes, what are you doing to change that? Like, What are you actually doing? And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Like, the whole system, the whole world is run by white people. It's going to be very hard to really unplug from being dependent on white people for anything. Because this is my thing. Say you open up a business or something. Say I open up a black-owned grocery store. That's another one of my goals. I want to open up a grocery store in Detroit. It's a food desert. You know what I'm saying? But it's like my suppliers and stuff are still going to be white people. So at some point, it's like, even though, yeah, it's a black-owned grocery store, at the, the tip top, white people are still benefiting from it, right? So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and say that any of this is going to be easy, because it ain't, right? But what steps are you taking towards anything, baby? Like, what are you doing? Because it's like, I really don't see y'all doing much of anything. And it's like, of course, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Okay, maybe you doing some stuff behind the scenes, but a lot of y'all simply are not. A lot of y'all are just on the internet chatting. That's just the honest to God truth. This is something that I just learned in the past 2 weeks, though. Okay, like, I mean, I knew it, but I never really saw it like unfold in real time right before my eyes, and that made me understand it in a whole different capacity. And one day I'll do a story time on it, right? But long story short, and you know what? This happened in college once too. Okay, this happened in college once too. Everybody was complaining, talking crap. Yeah, like, we should do something about this. But when it came time to actually do something about said issue, suddenly everybody was like, oh no, like, I don't want to be included in the actual, actions to make sure this thing changes, right? Like, this is not even something that's about African Americans specifically or black people in general. It's not even just us. It's something that people, period, do. They will see the issue and they will talk about it all day and night. They'll talk all about it, right? But when it comes time to actually put that, that work in and actually carry out these actions, suddenly everybody is like, oh, I'm not actually trying to get down like that. And I don't know if it's just because people are lazy, folks don't want to, do the hard thing, or if it's because they're scared of the system, because the system can crush you if you try to stand up against it, right? But it's like, I don't get the point of just talking about the crap all day and not actually doing nothing about it. Just shut up.